If you've watched The Morning Lounge with Isla Sykes, you would have noticed we have our own prize wheel. Now, that wheel was made for this project completely from scratch with the help of JP.
I'm JP, I'm the resident person who makes things out of wood and crap.
So here is the behind the scenes of making the wheel. Right, so first up, had to buy the materials. So went off to Wix and got massive piece of plywood. I think that's the right terminology. I don't know. And some other little bits of wood. This isn't going to be very technical. This is not a step-by-step guide. But yeah, we got our equipment. Somewhere along the way, it went from a rectangle to a circle. I don't have the footage, so use your imagination. And yeah, it basically is testing if the mechanism works. I say we, it's all JP really, went with a Lazy Susan mechanism similar to that of a Lazy Susan on a dining table to make it spin. So this is JP screwing it in to hope it works. Very technical, I know.
So Isla's picked us up some MDF. We've did the old, put a screw in the middle, bit of string, drew a circle, cut that round. And then how do we attach it to something? So what we've gone with is one of these, which is a Lazy Susan bearing. So it's all stuck together at one end. In here you can see where it seals across, so it's all one unit, and bearings in the middle. We weren't sure if it would take the weight, so what we've done is we've attached it to the fence. There's one we prepared earlier, and if you can see now the bearings moving. And that seems happy to take the weight. Spinning alright, so we just need slightly longer bolts so that we can make sure this is fixed, and then it'll be able to be taken apart and put together for taking to and from set.
Nice, thank you for explaining. No, I don't care. So as you can see, I've dressed for the occasion and about to test the spinning of the wheel. So the wheel spin is going to be in the wheel spin segment of the show, who'd have thought that, and I'm going to have different prizes in the sections of different cash amounts, up to 1,000 probably, maybe a holiday in there as well. So it's looking a bit bare, it needs some colour to spruce it up, but it spins, which is obviously the whole point of the spinning wheel. So next, what do we need to do next? Well, we need to attach it to a standing pole. I obviously can't bring my shed or fence into the studio. Yeah, and we need our clickers. So I thought, I hate myself enough to give myself a whole load of extra work to do, and instead of it just spinning, we're gonna have little pegs that makes the clicking noise and that it properly stops on a prize as well. It's all gonna be in the show's colours. I think we were potentially gonna have like a border around it. We might just stick some silver tinsel just to see what we fancy really. But yeah, that is the wheel in its fetus stage, I guess you could call it.
Yes, it's just got a little bit of a...
We ran into some technical difficulties.
Build that. Well, it's not the perfect device to do this with anyway, but essentially that'll chop out in there, they'll go together and form the base, and then we'll bolt through the bottom into the post and strap the Lazy Susan onto it.
To be continued. So JP, what is currently going on?
Well, I'm mixing the old paint that we're going to use to make a base coat on the MDF of the Wheel of Joy.
The wheel is finally being painted. Oh.
Well, it's finally being prepped for being painted.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get ahead of ourselves.
So this is me just priming the wheel for painting. And can we have a second for the ASMR? Also, I'm an embarrassingly slow painter because this is sped up 500 times and I didn't think I sped up at all, so that's kind of humbling. Also, the fun and satisfaction of painting really wears off quick, so I was already getting bored. That's the attention deficit disorder for you guys. Okay, so it's officially time to paint the prize wheel. We are so close to getting it ready at this point. It spins like so. It's got wheels on the bottom, brakes on the wheels. So it's looking pretty professional at the moment. So now I just need to paint it. I need to find the paintbrush. But yeah, hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Then after that, we need to add the tinsel around it, add the numbers on, and then add in the little pegs that are gonna make it have the clicky sound and actually make it stop on a number. So let's get into it. Enjoy this little montage of me painting the wheel with Big Brother in the background, and I don't know why, but I've got like a massive resting bitch face here. I promise I was having a fun time. I think it's just concentration, and don't worry, it will be neatened up. This is just the first coat. Also, trigger warning for my diabolically bad posture here. I'd like to say this was a rare occasion, but my posture is this bad on a day-to-day basis, so let's just ignore that. I've never seen myself sneeze on camera before, and I never want to again. I basically watched a whole Big Brother episode while doing this, and then I got bored, so there's no more footage of this, but it did get painted, so like I said before, use your imagination, please.
Okay. Pointer sound test 1. That can obviously be a lot lower, it's just to hide this little doohickey back here that does this.
Forgive me for how short the rest of this vlog will be, because I don't know what happened. I just lacked on the content, and I really have barely any other videos of the next stages of the wheel, so sorry for that, guys. These are the numbers that we put on the wheel for the prize amounts. I think they were bin numbers from Amazon. That's my mother modelling them there. And then yeah, like I said, at some point between the last video, the other sections were painted blue and had tape in the dividers. There's no footage of that, so you're just gonna have to trust me that it happened. And then we put the numbers on. Bish bash bosh, basically done. And look, there she is in all her glory, tinselled up in the studio with the wheels and everything all on. And yeah, it spun. Live show went well. Decided to land on 250 every time though, so we have had some rigging allegations, but yeah, we will survive. Keep your eyes peeled.